Alright, back again, Luke here. And today we've got out the old Sega Naomi 2, and I figured we could put in this game here. Whew. Initial D, version 3. So, let's start this up and play some of that. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this a little bit, get this adjusted up as best I can. Go ahead and hit the old service button and get this going. But this is another one of those games that those of you racing fans out there who've been a fan of the series or like a really good challenge, this is one of those games that you just have to have in the old collection. This has got quite a bit of an upgrade from the original ones, like 1 and 2. Have to wait for it to warm up. It does have a bit of an intro as well, so 3 kind of offers more tracks and things like that compared to the first 2. And as I mentioned, there is an intro to it. We'll let it roll through. It does take about 20 seconds or so before it starts up, but at least you guys will be able to see that. And there we go. So let's start this thing up here. Got it on free play, so at the beginning here we've got our kind of good list of different cars. I think we'll probably just go with Nissans. Love my Nissans here. And different variety here. Kind of like the 5-speed one. Go ahead and change up the color a little bit. Maybe go with the red one, might be kind of cool. But this game is just amazing, and it's so beautiful to look at. Go with automatic transmission here. It's because and now for this one, we'll go with the kind of legendary kind of story mode here versus the time attack and whatnot, but and different stages we can start from. I think we'll just go with the first one here. Just the beginning one. And our first rival here. But for those of you who know about the Initial D series, it's one of those games that really does require multiple different levels of skill. Most of those levels I've never even been able to reach, but as far as like braking, not mostly about drifting as it is about sliding around corners to get speed boost and whatnot, so... Here's our first rival. But figured since we're on a kind of driving kick recently with the arcades, we'll give this a shot and do some more driving. But the game really does draw you into it. All of the Initial D games do. But music, I mean, just makes the game. Music, the speed, the excellent steering, just awesome. This is one of those games I didn't put a video up on, so I figured I might as well go ahead and put it up. Put up one on 1 and 5, I think, but I figured I'd put one up on 3 as well. The game is quite addicting. Really gives you that rush of you feeling like you are really racing. Unlike other games, they kind of make it seem like you're going fast. This one, I mean, it really makes you seem like you are flying through the game at exactly the same speed as what it says, you know, 200 kilometers an hour, just roaring. Crashing into stuff, not so good, but... Just love how this game really draws you in. But, I mean, obviously the earlier stages are much, much easier than the later stages. There's no doubt about that. But, you know, it's one of those games that really... It pushes a lot of aspects of the hardware. It really draws the gamer into it. It's one of those games that's extremely addictive, and no matter how good you are at the driving games, it'll still give you more and more of a challenge as you go throughout the game. And without learned skill, practice, things like that, it's really hard to continue onward. I'll ask you if you want to move on to the next character here, or the next driver. Just gotta really love and appreciate those hand-drawn graphics. Really cool. next rival. Just go with the kind of story mode, keep it going, continuing it up. But this is also one of those games too that really does require the card reader in order to get your car souped up and to keep all the points you've accumulated. Without it, I mean, it gets to a point where you just can't beat it because you don't have enough points accumulated. Or your car just isn't fast enough, you know. And you'll notice that the music does repeat, stays with the same track. For at least the first couple of tracks, the music will stay the same, then it'll change up after a while. Still, it's pretty addictive. The game really does require you to learn the braking, the cornering, at which areas you have to slow down, shift up, excel, decelerate, you know. I'm one of those kind of drivers who really, in driving racing games, I dislike using the brake as, you know, as much as anyone else who just wants to keep going quite fast. So I almost try to avoid using the brake at all times, even if it means like crashing into the walls here. Obviously, real driving is quite a different story, and using the brakes is a must. The nice thing about the games is to separate the fiction from the reality, I suppose. Although some games nowadays getting quite realistic here. Just totally love it. There are a couple of new stages that were added in this one. There's like a winter stage that was added, and a couple other tracks that were added to it. Graphic upgrades from the first one and second one. But once again, you know, for the first couple of tracks, it's just all mostly straightaways and kind of small cornering. It's not too bad, but later on, the cars, they really start getting close, and it's kind of hard to pass by them. But I really love the tight handling on this. It's kind of the way the racing games should be. Yeah, there's a finish. But like I said, once again, it's still earlier stages, so not so difficult at all. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit of a look at what Initial D3 here looks like for the old arcade, and it's a beautiful game. It's fantastic, plays well, looks good. Everything about it is just wonderful. But yeah, that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching. Watching some Initial D racing. New rival. We'll go ahead and race it up one more time here. this back just a little bit more. This is one of those tracks here where the second player here, or the rival player, will come up on you quite quick and starts to get more aggressive from the third stage here. See him kind of getting up in there. See him catch up real quick there. And this is where the battle kind of begins here. Guy is all over the place. Try to keep him behind as much as possible. But yeah, if you guys stuck on this long, then fantastic. And yeah, if you get a chance to play this one through MAME, or if you can find the actual game itself, totally recommend picking it up and playing some of that. But thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you again here soon. This one brings you into a new area, but we'll stop it here, guys. Thanks again.